it's Reckless, and welcome to Breaking the Fourth Wall. So, in this video, what I want to do is go over what I feel is the best Striker Titan subclass. But before we get into the video, if you guys enjoyed it, hitting that like button would be greatly appreciated. So, when it comes to the Striker, I like to be aggressive. I like to be very aggressive. Especially since my Striker's a female. It's very intimidating to some people. I don't know. I will be going over the subclass itself, weapons, armor, and the stats that you want to have on your Striker Titan. So the first thing we're actually going to go over is the subclass. Oh, there we go. So we're going to start with the first column. As for your grenades, you want to have lightning grenade. And I will explain why later on. As for the jump, I prefer increased control over increased height and catapults, just because obviously increased control does exactly what it says. Your lift has better control while you're in the air. Simple, it's self-explanatory. As for the super, mainly I will go with shockwave. Now if I'm playing something like control or zone control, I will switch to aftermath. That way it does like an AoE right in that control zone, and it'll be harder for other people to cap it. The melee I actually go with is Amplify, which kills with Storm Fist significantly reduce the cooldown of your Fist of Havoc, which is this guy right here. As for your passive perks, I actually use Titan Codex 2 as well as Titan Codex 4. I've had so many issues when I'm either using Juggernaut or Shoulder Charge, and people still kill me with a shotgun. And their armor is like almost nothing. And I don't understand how that happens. Especially while I'm in shoulder charge. So that was a very frustrating thing for me. So I decided to up my armor all the way up. That way it makes me harder to be killed, but give myself a little bit of agility to walk around the map. As for this wonderful column, I use Aftershocks, which increase the duration of Pulse Grenade, Lightning Grenade, and Aftermath. So, like I said earlier, using Lightning Grenade and during those specific matches, using Aftermath, having Aftershocks is amazing. And if you guys watched my last updated video of my Striker Titan, you guys would know that I did have Shoulder Charge on. However, like I said earlier, the fact of... Ooh, look, a public event's about to start. Sorry, ADD just kicked in. Like I said, other classes that had almost no armor just killing me while I'm in shoulder charge with one shotgun shot. And it was just like ridiculous. Either that or I shoulder charge directly on the person and it doesn't kill them. Or it kills them late after they already killed me. So I figured, let me get rid of shoulder charge and let me go straight to unstoppable. And that's the subclass. Now, as for the wonderful stats that you guys want to have, get anything close to tier 12 as possible. The fact that I'm using the lightning grenades, I want to have max intellect and discipline as much as possible. That way I can do as many grenades and get my super out as fast as possible. However, if you can't get your intellect all the way up like mine, as you can see I'm only 1 point away from full intellect, then you want to max out as much as your grenades as possible. You got cool little music in the background now. But, like I said, intellect, discipline as high as you can, and you at least want to try to get tier 2 in strength. Personally, that's just me. As for the gear, you want to have a helmet that has Better Already. And what Better Already does is it starts shield start recovery immediately after an orb pickup. It's amazing. I feel that it is better than Replenish, but other people will agree to disagree, but the majority of people will agree with Better Already. As for your gauntlets, you want to make sure you have gauntlets that have paramuscle armature, which increases the grenade throw distance. Believe it or not, you can throw a grenade across the map, and if it sticks on something, and there are people there, you will be able to kill them. This just makes you throw it farther without you having to look all the way up in the sky just to throw a grenade across the map. As for your chest piece, you want to have one of two that I feel are the best. First one being the Armamentarium. And what the Armamentarium does is gives you an additional grenade charge from another thing. Now, 2 lightning grenades coupled with aftershocks is amazing. If I am correct, it will give you like 4.5 ticks per grenade. And 4.5 ticks per grenade is very, very long. Especially when you're doing like zoning. It's huge. I don't know how many like kills I've got. Double kills, triple kills. I think one time I got like 4 people just on one grenade because they weren't paying attention. And when you're using those grenades, make sure you're sticking them to walls. Do not put them on the ground. Do not throw them in the air, like to stick on something up. No, stick them on walls. Sticking the grenades on walls is the best thing you could do and the best way to maximize the lightning grenades. As for your legs, you want them to have any perks you want, except for you do want arc double down. Going back to the chest piece real quick, you also do want to have arc armor as well for that. Now, you can have whatever you want for the Titan mark. However, for the artifact, I prefer the Memory of Yolder because getting rid of that sprint lock is amazing for me. And I just like being a Titan, just jumping, Titan skating, and just keep running everywhere. It's perfect. Now, I know a lot of people will like to use other stuff, but hey, this is what I like. As for the weapons, I like using the Mida multi-tool. My Mida has the top row fully like locked out, so I do use soft ballistics, third eye, lightweight, as well as Mida multi-tool, and I also do have special ops for my ornament. As for my secondary, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm running and gunning, I will use the Matador, and yes, I will use the Matador without Juggernaut, because Juggernaut, again, still puts me in that position where I die, or I die late, or I get a kill, and then they die late. So, like I said earlier, I still prefer to have Unstoppable over Juggernaut, even when I'm shotgunning. My Matador does have aggressive ballistics, reinforced barrel, rangefinder, as well as performance bonus. In an ideal world, we'll all have a perfect Matador 64 with aggressive ballistics, full auto, rifled barrel, and rangefinder. But hey, not everyone can have a perfect roll freaking Matador. As for my heavy, I love to use the Silver Dread over any machine gun that I have now, including the Nova Mortis and the Abaddon, because, yeah, Bundy needs to fix those. The Silver Dread. If you guys know me, I used to love the Zombie Apocalypse all day, every day. The Silver Dread does have the same fire rate and impact, but the Silver Dread does have more range and reload speed. And sometimes, depending on what kind of Zombie Apocalypse you have, it has more impact, range, stability, reload speed, and magazine size. But I just love the way the Silver Dread works. So, that, my friends, brings us to the end of the video. Thank you guys for all your support. Feel free to share, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. That way you guys can stay up to date with all of my videos. I'm Reckless, and remember, own your success, and I will see you guys next year, because this will actually be my last video of 2016. However, let us digress. I do have a lot more videos coming that are on the calendar, and I promise you I will get those out to you guys. After I finished making the video, a buddy of mine, Lycan, who was actually in my chat party while I was doing the video, actually gave me some insight on something and told me that you may want to start actually using Juggernaut over Unstoppable, because apparently a lot of people with Matador 64s that have close and or personal will kill you even while you do have Unstoppable. So I haven't ran into it, and if I have, I haven't had a problem, but just in case, you guys might want to start running Juggernaut instead. That's it.